Ladies and gentlemen, rise and shine for a morning show meltdown that's eclipsing the sunrise. Welcome to the explosive edition where Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, gets kicked off Good Morning America after a fiery clash with anchor George Stephanopoulos that scorched the Times Square studio like a tabloid inferno. It's a crisp October morning in 2025, New York City's fall foliage framing the ABC lot in fiery hues, the GMA set alive with that pre-broadcast buzz as the audience of 200, a mix of royal watchers and morning news mavens, settles in under the glaring lights. George Stephanopoulos, 64 and ever the polished pro in his navy suit and power tie, his salt and pepper hair impeccably coiffed, stands tall at the anchor desk, that journalist's jaw set for the scoop. Today, we've got the one and only Meghan Markle, promoting her groundbreaking Netflix series, Echoes of Elegance, a deep dive into sustainable fashion and female empowerment. Meghan, welcome back to the stateside spotlight. The crowd erupts, applause thundering as Meghan, 44 and radiant in a tailored emerald green sheath dress that hugs her curves with effortless chic, her signature tousled waves framing a face of poised power, glides onto the set with a warm wave and that megawatt smile. She settles into the interview nook amid the bustling backdrop of coffee carts and chirons, air-kissing George with genuine glow. George, it's thrilling. Echoes is about reclaiming narratives, from suit sets to Sussex strides, showing women how to weave legacy from lace. George's nod is affable at first. Meghan, your journey's iconic, from actress to advocate. How's Montecito motherhood meshing with this mogul mode? Meghan dives in, her voice a melodic mix of vulnerability and vim. Tales of Lilibet's first fashion sketches on napkins, Archie's eco-crafts from recycled rags, and how Archwell's latest atelier initiative threads empowerment through threads. The band plays a soft underscore, co-hosts Robin Roberts and Michael Strahan chiming in with chuckles about closet cleanouts gone awry. But as the segment shifts to Duchess in the details, George's eyes sharpen behind his specs. Meghan, echoes spares shadows, royal rifts, media maelstroms. Some say it's savvy sequel, others selective storytelling. Fact or fiction in the family feud? Meghan's smile holds, but her fingers lace, a subtle signal of the storm brewing in this sunlit sanctum of screens and sofas, where George's gravitas meets Meghan's grace, and the fuse ignites toward an unforgettable flare-up. As the camera cuts from a clip of Meghan's atelier tour, elegant models in upcycled gowns, the interview intensifies, George's voice dropping to that prosecutorial timbre honed from White House wars. Meghan, empowerment's your ethos, but post-Oprah optics. That jam line signed, HRH, clinging to titles you claimed cramped your crown. Contradiction, or clever callback? The audience murmurs, a hush of oohs, echoing like a held breath in the high-ceilinged studio. Meghan's poise, battle-tested by Buckingham briefings, flickers, a quick arch of brow, lips pursing as she leans forward with measured mettle. George, it's homage, not holdout, roots run deep, but I've rerouted rivers. You grilled presidents on pivots, this is personal progress, not palace ploy. Robin tries to bridge. Meghan, your series slays, sustainable styles so now. But George, undeterred in his anchor armor, presses, progress. Critics call it performative, Netflix narrative while the firm fractures quietly. Spare spilled tea, this feels like tonic for the tribe. Selective, or strategic, whispers weave through the watchers, smartphones swiveling slyly as the vibe veers volatile, half the room wrapped in royal revelation, half riveted by the rising rift. Meghan's retort rings resonant, strategic. George, I've strategized survival since Suits, your show's soundbites self-scrutiny, mine stitches solidarity. Michael jumps in, solidarity. Love the lace-up lessons, tell us about the twins tie-dye. But the heat heightens, Meghan's hands gesturing like a gavel, scrutiny. This borders on ambush, not inquiry. Equate my evolution to evasion, and you're echoing the edicts I evaded. George's gaze glints unyielding, evaded. Or evaded accountability, those security pleas post step back. Fans feel the flip-flop. The energy escalates, Meghan's cheeks warming under the wash of lights, flip-flop. I've flipped for freedom, your probes probe privilege, not pain. Robin's eyes widen, producers' earpieces emitting urgent, ease entry. But George's closer clips, pain. Or polished pitch. Be candid, Meghan, we're mourning messengers, not monarchy mouthpieces. Meghan's voice vaults, velvet to velvet thunder, mouthpieces. Then mouthpiece this. Narratives aren't negotiable. Stunned stillness settles, chirons frozen mid-scroll, the set a simmering cauldron, Meghan's unyielding authenticity assaulting George's unblinking inquiry, the breaking point breaking like a bad seam. The cataclysm crests as George's gauntlet drops. Meghan, Candid's key, but your echoes entitlement, critiquing the crown while cashing its cachet. It's not empowerment, it's echo chamber, and Meghan materializes momentum, rising with the grace of a gazelle in gale, her 5 feet 6 inches silhouette commanding the corner like a couture conqueror, voice of verdant verdict, echo. George, I've echoed for the erased since the ensemble, this isn't enlightenment, it's elitist excavation. Gracious invite, but I'm gone. The gallery gasps grandly, applause avalanching amid awed awe, a front row fervent fan flourishing, Duchess Dynamite. As Robin reaches, Meghan, reel it back, we're rooting for your rise. But Meghan's marching, Manilos murmuring manifesto on the marbled floor, dismissing Michael's, stay, share the stitch guide. With a swan swivel to the side exit. Attendants activate like alert aides, 2 tailored guardians at George's grave nod. Duchess, ma'am, green rooms geared, segments sewn up. Kicked off, unequivocally, kettled like a kinetic keynote, Meghan's marquee form fading into the frosted frame of the flyway. Cut to commercial cyclone, the capture clinging to George's judicious jaw set, intense interlude there, back post pause, with brighter buttons. Backlot bustle. Meghan's muster motors her to the midnight Mercedes, her huff to her handler, he hunted headlines, harvested a hurricane. George gathers with the gang, she shimmered sharp, I struck the seam, stitch in time. Digital deluge dawns during the downtime, hashtag Meghan kicked GMA geysers to 10 million X gushes, vignettes of her verve variegated with suit struts securing 45 million TikTok triumphs by 10 bells. TMZ tempests. Duchess derailed on GMA, Stephanopoulos stings in style clash. While Vanity Fair ventures, echoes of exit, Meghan's morning maelstrom, merit or mirage. 0E5279 Markle militants muster, Meghan's majesty, GMA guardians gloat, George gored gently. Kimmel kernels a keynote kerfuffle, Colbert calls a couture con. Meghan's missive manifests, grateful for the glow, won't glow under grudge. Garments to grace, George glosses on grid, Meghan's a maestro, melded mightily, but mending moments. The kick-off, a couture cataclysm, cresting series surges, crowning Meghan's medal in media mythos. As the metropolis murmurs, the morning's melee. Still mending seams. Noon nods to the narrative as the Now June nucleates into national newsreel. Broadcast beacons beaming the brawl, ABC's Amy Robach, Meghan's morning, Moxie or misfire, CNN's Poppy Harlow. Stephanopoulos strike, seasoned or severe. In Montecito's midday mist, Meghan meditates with Harry over herbal haze, his hold her haven, you hem the heat, unhemmed. The tots twirl tassels nearby, tucked in tranquility, while, echoes, enrollments escalate 70%, enthusiasts etching it, Duchess Dawn dividend. GMA's gaze, galactic, 14.7 million mesmerized, a matinal marvel, manifesting melee as morning manna. Robin, on her ripple, Meghan's motif moves, mash up marred momentarily, but muse marches. George, gallant on the gab, prodded the pioneer, procured the profundity, proud of the probe. Stellar summons sound. Oprah oracles, own the outfit, icon, your seems supreme, Priyanka posts, power play, proud pal. 4C 8852 insightful infusions ignite, style savants on Seth Meyers suture it to, suit stitch, shadows sewn into spotlight splendor. Meghan's manifesto on her mantle, clashes couture clarity, clasp the crease, craft the continuum. George girds the gap, Meghan's magnetism mesmerizes, jostled justly, but junction joys. Era's eclipse to embroidery. Echoes, embroiders a, GMA garment, gala, George jests a, Duchess drape, dialogue. Meme monsoon markets madly. Kicked like couture, clutches clutching coffers, Stephanopoulos squint meme, George's gavel glow, grafted with GMA gloss. Pundits plum, publicity posy or principled pearl. In Markle's mosaic of mantles and motifs, this fiery flit, no fray, but a flourish, Meghan Markle, luminous as lacework, proving duchesses don't diminish, they dazzle through the darn. From dawn desk to design den, her drape, dazzling as the dawn, thanks for the textured tour, tailors, thread on for more tapestry tempests. Rise and rewind.